People probably know this. People probably know this better than I do. Or maybe came to this conclusion. I don't know. It was showing like how people will, I hate to use these words, but this was what they were showing. It's like narcissistic people will then hurt people, right? And again, we all have our wounds. They had their shit, but that's just for keeping this straight. And then it's like the people they hurt end up getting so topsy-turvied and confused and mentally confused, and they want to love, but they're afraid to love, or they're afraid to receive love. But so then, remember they were showing that at one point, that it's like, say you have a narcissistic parent, and they have a child, their child becomes like a covert narcissist, right? Where they end up being like nice to manipulate, but they don't realize they're doing that, right? And then the next generation is narcissist again. It just like flows down that way. And they were showing it like, again, this is all just, you have to understand this is how they teach me for me to understand things. So, you know, go to your doctor, go do your thing. But it was, oh God, it was so good. Let me see if I can get this out again. It was like, because I know I've been in those types of dynamics, and I do love, as you're well aware. And then it became very challenging for me to receive love, to accept love from another, right? To trust humans again and to allow it in and these kind of things. It's taken a long time to heal that stuff up, and I'm still, tiptoeing and I know. Okay, so oh God, so yeah, but can you show me again? It was like, oh, right. So like, then they were showing somebody who like really, really loved the kids, but then he couldn't receive love and was still in bad dynamics. And so then, but that's what the kids see, right? Like the kids see the interaction and what you're doing it. And then they like mimic like, oh, okay, we don't accept love. Oh, okay, we can't receive love. We only give love. We only pour out love to everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, as kids, like we get confused, and then that confusion, those mishinges, those tangled up messes from our parents, tangled up messes from their parents, tangled up messes from their parents, tangled up messes, gets just so confusing. Everybody's like a muddled mess, and it is the splishing and the splashing, not from bad intent, but because everybody's hurt and nobody knows that they're even hurt anymore. They're just so used to walking around with swords in their front, their back, their side, up, down, like that's just normal. It's just normal. And so nobody even points it out anymore. Hey, did you know you have swords all over? Did you know you're dripping blood all over the place? What? You know what I mean? Like they don't even know. They don't even see it. It's like just normal. And so, and if you did point it out, I'm not sure it would be receptive. That could start a whole nother argument. Who knows? The point is I understood it the way they shared it. Hopefully you got something from that choppy, but I just tried to get out. And they have shown me people in my life, and they've made them out to be bigger monsters. But we've spoken about this. Sometimes they have to do that for me to get up and move because of the same reason I just said. I have normalized certain treatment or behavior, and it's not normal, it's not acceptable, but then it's also really challenging then to see people that you do love and still hold love for as bad or monsters when it's like they have their own healing to do, and they also it's like didn't know any better because you were accepting it for so long. I'm not saying any of this is okay. I'm saying it's also then really challenging to then, it's like Stockholm syndrome. It's such a web. And so it's hard to swallow all these hard truths and accept all these things and move through all those cycles. It just is. And make it through. And in any case, I was actually just talking with my dad. He came through, and I was saying I loved him so much and I knew he was such a good dad, and he was like apologizing about stuff. And I was like, the thing is, it's like, I knew a lot of it. And it's like, I accepted a lot for that fact, right? Like knowing his own hurt, his own pain, and understanding it more and more as I understood more and more of me. And yet it was like, I still had, it's like the universe kept at the end really painting him harsher than I ever saw him. And I still wonder, honestly, I'm sure clinically things would not be considered okay behavior, but we don't like to see our parents in a bad light. We don't. We love them unconditionally. That's the thing. Most kids do. And so this is why you'll see grown men who it's like never got the love of their father. And so they have all these issues. But if you hear the story, you're like, why do you even care? Why do you even want love from that kind of bastard? And it's like, oh God, because it's his dad, right? It's like, he wouldn't want it today, but he does want it today. It's such a mind fuck, you have to it's like you can see it for others, no problem. But when it's your own, it's more challenging. It's really challenging. And, but I told my dad I forgave him before he passed. And then he even it was like we were astral projecting, when he was in the hospital, and we had a whole conversation before he passed. So, yeah, it's just crazy how, it's not crazy. It's like, it's cool. It's good how the universe knows all of us and works with all of us, right? Where it's like, you can't be there. Now, I know you love them, but you got to get the fuck up and out. It's unhealthy, right? Like, these are not healthy dynamics, and you're not living your life because you always go back and then you go back, right? And we've spoken about this, other people could be in certain dynamics with the same people and have a totally different relationship or a different outlook or a different, many, many, many different things, none of which you need to worry about. This is why it's also, it's hard with labels because, like I've said, some people could be, awful with me, but fabulous with you. That reminds me, I had, years ago after my divorce, one of my girlfriends, we were hanging out, and I said, you would be great with my ex. You guys should get together. And she's like, are you crazy? You divorced him if you don't want him. She said, but you're trying to pass him off onto me or something like that. And I said, no. I said, listen, he's a really great guy, but we weren't growing together. And so it just wasn't, it is what it is, but that doesn't mean, and besides, I'm me and you're you, right? I always think that's weird in the sense that it's like, look, don't base my interaction to be the same as your interaction with anybody, right? I could love somebody to death and you'd meet them and be like, how can you be around this person for more than 5 minutes? Right? Because we're all just different. We're all at different vibrations and have different perceptions and different many, 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 many things. So this is why I don't like the gossip or people used to get upset with me about that. But it's like, I don't want to talk about them because don't taint my view and I don't want to taint your view, And that's how gossip gets rolling anyway. Because even if you have some relatability or curiosity, you could be like, oh my God, really? Oh my God, really? And then you do just start to think that about somebody, but then it's like, that's not them at all. I have many people that have many opinions about many people I know, and I have a totally different opinion, totally different experience than a lot of people with those same people. Really, honestly. Oh, and it's like, okay, we're getting off on, we're sidetracking here. I forget what the whole point was originally. I think it was interesting how they had shown me many people. Like sometimes I think, we've talked about this, where it's like sometimes the universe will need to be what, in my opinion, is very dramatic with me to get me to go, to add that fright and fear in me, so I go. Because I'll get comfortable in the devil's den. And the universe will be like, what's wrong with you? You're in the devil's den. Why are you there? I don't know. Why not? I'm just hanging out. Okay, but can you not be hanging out in the devil's den? Oh, should I not be? It's the devil's den. Oh, should I not be hanging out here? Right? Like, it's like, he has to be like, okay, so you're not hearing me, and clearly you're not getting this. I'm going to spook you. And then I'm going to light that fire under your ass, and then you'll go. And I'm going to show you a blissful waterfall, right? Like someplace where you can be hanging out that is more suited for you. And then I'll always get there and be like, oh my God, this place is great. Why didn't you show me this before? Because you were busy in the devil's den.
Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.